Hey, barbecue family. Happy Friday, everybody.
How's everybody doing? It is hot in here. It's smoking in here. It's heating up. It's like 30 degrees out already. Although I don't really understand why it started out being like freezing this morning.
Yeah, it's hard to dress for this weather.
Very difficult to dress, but we're here. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're in the grill studio. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
We got Barbecue Dave joining us on Insta saying happy Friday, y'all. And guys, if you're in Canada, it's actually a long weekend. And this long weekend is pretty much known as the kickoff to the grilling season. So even though you guys know we all grill all year long, but yeah, it is like the official kickoff to the grill season.
Yeah, it's the unofficial start of summer.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Well, it's technically still spring.
I don't care
if you're going by calendar days, but today feels like the middle of July.
It does.
It does.
I'm here for it, everyone. Hey, Tom. Hey, Lance. Barbecue Mama's hanging out in the chat. Make sure you say hi to her.
Hey, Barbecue Mama. We got James Bearden saying waiting for the barbecue twins. Have we gotten that before?
I don't know.
Barbecue twins.
We just got asked if we were twins yesterday.
Yeah, it happens literally all the time, guys. In person, online. That's mainly our question that we get in the DMs. Like, it's not about food. It's not about barbecue. It's about if we're twins or not.
Thankfully, we don't get sent pictures in the DMs. That has yet to happen.
I'm
not inviting it.
Joking?
I'm not inviting it.
No, we are absolutely not inviting that. Not at all, guys. Wow, we're already
looking at you. Don't do it, man.
We're already getting frisky on a Friday in here. It's hot. We're all feeling it. We got Will Plunk. We got Lance. We got Fritz Frank. Guys, we're happy that you're here. Barbecue Dave saying, kicking the grill for a flavor thrill. Ooh, I love a rhyme.
Ooh, me too.
I'm into a rhyme.
We're going to have to remember that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so guys, we got to kick this off because I don't know about you guys, but I want to press the old, even though this is live, I want to press the fast forward button to get to our guest.
Don't fast forward through life, Maddie.
I agreed. Instantly,
Let's be in the moment.
Instantly, I take that back. We're not fast forwarding, even though, let's be real, our guest is making you want to do that too. Okay,
I know.
We all want to do it.
I feel like that's half the reason why it's hot in here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, buddy, let's stop the blushing, okay? Already.
I don't know if it's the smoke or what's happening.
I don't know either, but my goodness, it's warm in here. Now, guys, we got to kick off with first on the grill. Surprise, surprise, it's our buddy Bat 13 coming in for like 82 weeks in a row. Bat 13, thank you for being first on the grill. Guys, if anyone is watching right now and they're like, what the heck is first on the grill? First on the grill refers to the first comment that is in the pre-show chat over on YouTube. So not that I'm trying to get people to go after Bat. If you want to make that happen, this show gets posted around anywhere between 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. So that's on you guys if you want to try and get first on the grill.
Not many people have beat him.
HT has, Paul has. I don't know, but I think that's it. Maybe.
Not too many. Not too many more. I have a feeling he's going to keep getting it all summer.
I think so too. But I just wanted to give people the heads up in case they're interested in getting it too.
All right, guys, we got to get to dancing because we got to
fast forward this part.
Excuse me. That is so rude.
Okay, guys, the temp's job's getting posted, okay?
Yeah, he's over.
One of the requirements of working with us is must love the Friday song and dance.
Well, then I can't work here because I don't like it.
I was just going to say that's really going to dwindle down the amount of applicants.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, Tom got it. Tom got first on the grill before.
Yeah, he has.
Okay, good for you, Tom. Try and get it again. All right, guys, Key's already gearing up. Who's ready to do this?
Here we go.
Let's do this. Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Oh, yeah.
Here we are in the grill
Feeling
studio.
good. I almost lost my footing there. You got to be careful. It's rocky over here.
You certainly do. We got the grill fired up. We're cooking with charcoal today. That's what's making it extra smoky in here. So okay. Don't smash into that.
No. We got Marisol joining us. She's saying no fast forwarding the Friday dance. Marisol, what a sweetheart. Okay, she's here for it. HT is requesting a slow-mo, which I don't know what that's about. HT,
watch it, HT.
And Lance is saying I'd be mowing right now, but the wind here is blowing a little too hard. So it's watching you gals live while I get ready to cut up a pork loin into chops and cut up a watermelon and cucumber.
Yes. Yeah, if you're not cutting up a watermelon this time of year, week to week, what are you doing?
Exactly. This is watermelon season. We're gearing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, we got to get to our special guest. Now, guys, this person in particular, he is a grill master. He's an executive chef for us in particular, we fell in love with him. And when I mean fell in love with him, I mean we fell hard in love with him back in the early 2000s when we used to watch his show, License to Grill, religiously, because as you guys know, we've always been obsessed with grilling and barbecue. And for us in Canada, that was the first show that I was like, you can have a full show about barbecue. It's not like a one-off thing. Like the show is focused around particularly gas grilling. And I thought that was like groundbreaking. Yeah, it was at the time.
Yes, his show had such a wholesome vibe, just good, clean fun. Just a lot of fun, a lot of tips. We learned quite a bit from him. Obviously, a huge inspiration to us in our career.
He is he's Canadian. I want to superstar. He's ours. Okay, so guys, let's give it up for Mr. Chef Rob Rainford.
Hello, people. How are you today? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, it just
I'm
got
going
so
to be
much hotter
cooking while you guys are cooking. All right, guys. You do your thing.
I love it.
I'll do my thing. I'll do my thing. You do your thing.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Chef. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys are wildly popular. Again, I have to admit, I know nothing about the internet other than for banking and something else. But anyhow, I digress. But
that's why we love him.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize to all of your followers. But yes, I am here, and you guys are doing a fabulous job. Please, please, please keep this up. Keep this up. You've inspired me.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, oh my goodness. Dreams come true.
I'm drenched in sweat.
I know. When we first started watching you, if someone could have told me someday that we'd be speaking with you as you're currently grilling live, and then you're telling us that we're an inspiration to you, like I'm going to faint.
I know.
No, guys, listen, you know what you're doing. Again, the space is so diverse now. I had the opportunity to get onto YouTube and all that stuff at the beginning. I'm a network television type of person, so I felt, that I got to stay in that rarefied air, but it's not rarefied air anymore. It's now the social medias. It's YouTube, it's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's all of the above. So again, I'm a little late to the party, guys. I'm 58 years old. I'm actually old. You're going to look at the gray hairs there. But you know what? You see the little post that I'm doing, it's me, my camera, and that's it.
That's the way to do it.
It's you being authentically you. And that's what's awesome about it. Okay, look, guys, let's give it up to the king, okay? Those grill marks. Come on.
I know. In real time. I don't even have a stand-in double for me. But that's good.
That's skill right there.
Oh, don't worry, guys. You keep talking. Any questions, please feel free to ask. And I want to see what you guys are doing, but I'm so old. Oh, there you are.
You look the exact same. You could have fooled me.
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. You're making me blush now.
Now, Chef, okay, before we get to our segment, which I can't wait to get to, we want to ask you, like you just said, back in the early 2000s, it was more of like a rarefied experience to get to television. Television isn't right now what it used to be, but you were in the golden era of food television. That's why we're all here. I think we were all inspired by you. And so we wanted to ask you, how the heck did that come to be? I literally have no clue how that even happened.
You know what? For me, it was there was a show called Cook Like a Chef. I was a background kind of performer on that with a buddy of mine, great chef named Ned Bell. His goal was to be on TV, and he accomplished his goal. I was on that show, and the producer, I had a little conversation about there is nobody in the space that looks like me. And I was the first Black Canadian host to do their own television show in Canada.
Wow.
There'd been some in the States before, but, and I'm happy about that. Thank you very much. But, my job is to kick down doors, open them all up for everybody. It's not about black or white. My wife's Italian, so, it is what it is.
Good pick.
I know. But, for me personally, I wanted to do something where I could showcase some of my skills. I've done pretty much exclusively fine dining most of my career. And barbecuing is not something that, I worked on grills I only cook on charcoal at home now. I do have to use this because I am at work, people. But and I don't say that in a negative way. But again, this is what it is. But knowing how to use the grill properly is so important because it's that element that gives you that, whether it's in the middle of the winter time and you just feel just a touch of summer, just that little kiss of summer. I love it. You know, I grill all year long. Again, I was exclusively gassed pretty much on that show. I think I did one charcoal barbecue episode, but I really enjoy all forms of cooking. But grilling is something that I really hold dear to myself and to everyone that watches. This is my passion. I love it. I'll never stop doing this until the day I kick. And I'm not kicking anytime soon.
No, you're not. I love hearing that. And I think that makes sense, Rob, because your food on the show in particular, it had a fine dining quality to it, which I remember being like, a lot of people, when they think of grilling, they might not necessarily think of like fine dining. And you were such a good pro at combining the two.
Well, you know what, grilling does denote a little bit of that Southern American barbecue experience. You don't have to own all your own teeth. You know, the hillbilly, they floss, you know, by doing this. I love you, Americans. I have American touches, just so you know. But again, it denotes a little lower level. And I never believed that it was a lower level. It is something that we all do. And some people do it better than others. But really, it is about learning techniques. And that fine dining background helps me in everything that I do. Whether it's making a cookie, you know, grilling a steak, whatever. It all helps.
Yeah, I could totally see that, and it definitely comes through in your show. Now we have some of our viewers saying that you need to be back on TV. You have such a great personality. Do you have any plans of doing a show in the future? Because I'm asking for myself as well as everybody else.
I have been working on, for the last 6 years, I've actually been working on a show. It's called Hungry. It's something that I'm passionate about, but you know, the landscape of television is changing so drastically now. One day you're talking to a top executive, the next day that executive is gone. So again, and talking about projects before they actually hatch is kind of the kiss of death. And I've said it for the last 6 years, I'm doing something, but right now I'm concentrating on working here. Right now, I'm at the Toronto Event Center in Toronto, obviously, and I'm the corporate chef here, and I have been here for about 5 years. I have other projects that I do from time to time. I did a Weber campaign last year. I'm always going to be around. I'm ubiquitous. You know, I like to say, can you swear on your show or no?
You go for it.
Look between shit and syphilis in the dictionary, and that's where you'll find me. Okay, I'm everywhere. I'm never leaving.
All right, we know where to find him.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Chef, you're Rob Rainford. You're allowed to say whatever you want on our show.
I would not police him in the least bit.
It's not wholesome all the time. If you watch my outtakes on the show, you would know that I am not. I am a chef. I use four-letter words as many times in the day that I can. But at the end of the day, yes, I have children and I have grandkids now, so I want to be as PG as possible.
Well, Rob, you're authentically you, and that's why I think you were so successful on your show, because I think that's what made the shows back then so popular and so important is the actual chef and personality themselves.
It was. Again, the landscape has changed so much that it's all gone geared towards this competition, you know, I was going to say stuff. Again, I did a show called Recipe to Riches on CBC, I think in 2014 or 2015. And it didn't sour me off of competition shows, but it's just not me. I don't care like that. Listen, this steak takes 20 minutes if I want to get to medium rare. I can't rush this no matter what you say. And don't give me gummy bears and tell me to make something out of it and put it on this steak. I'm not doing it. I know what I can do. I am what I am. And again, believe me, on this point, I will be unequivocal that I have a passion for food. And that's it. The rest of the superlatives, you know, I can live with it or I can live without it. If I never get back on television, I'm okay. I did something that will last my whole entire life. And
I love that. Yes, you're right. It absolutely will. And that means that you're in it for the right reasons. You're not just in it for the spotlight. You're not just after the fame and the fortune. You're just like, you love food. You're doing food. That's the long and the short of it.
Oh yeah, and again, all of that stuff will come because we had a debate just 2 days ago about influencers and content creators. A couple of good friends of mine had a wonderful debate about it. Are influencers and content creators, are they chefs or are they part of my fraternity? I would always say, listen, I know some home cooks that can cook anywhere on the planet, and they're that good. I believe, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys love cooking just as much as I do. And you can do it quite well because now you have repetition behind you. And that's the big deal. When I see somebody do something incorrectly, I automatically, if you're scrolling, you're just doing this the whole time. All right? Because I know it's not right. And I don't want to see things that are not right. And I don't want people to see, unprofessionals doing stuff that, we love and we want to see it done correctly. Just show the right way. And if you don't know the right way, as my mom used to say, close your mouth.
Amen.
That's right. That is right.
All right, Chef. Well, we have you on the show today to join us for our segment called Ravenous Rewind, where we take a little trip into the past and discover a bit more about your childhood. So, Matt, if you would, for the question for today.
Yes, I'm excited to hear this one. I'm sure everybody else is too. So, like we just mentioned, you are actually an executive chef. So, Chef, we want to know, what is a food that when you were a kid that would make you feel happy, that was like your go-to dish or food that you would eat when you needed like some cheering up?
Oh, that's a really good question. I know this was posed to me, and I thought about it. That's what my go-to meal for me is now is so different than what it was back in the day. Now, on a Friday night, we had 5 kids in my family. So, haute cuisine was not on the menu. Mommy didn't ask us, Ruby, how would you like your steak today? She doesn't talk like that, but if she did, she would not have asked me the color. Everything came out the same thing. Great. It didn't matter. It was cooked. You ate it. And if you didn't eat it, you had cornflakes. And I'm talking way back in the day, people. Yep. I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s. So, but for me, a personal meal, back in the day, my mom would make a great fried chicken. And again, she wasn't the best cook. My grandmother was the better cook. Once because my mom had 5 of us. How is she going to come home from work and do everything? But my grandmother was great. Fried chicken, just with a beautiful, she made it not with collard greens, but with callaloo, which is a Jamaican version.
Yes.
Again, some potatoes. We ate so well, and now looking back, I'm like, wow, out of nothing, we were able to just have great meals. Even on a Sunday night, when 60 Minutes would come on in the late 70s. I know you guys don't watch 60 Minutes, but she would make us, my mom would make banana fritters for us. Just because, on Fridays when we went grocery shopping, by Saturday afternoon, all the pastries, everything was gone. 5 people trying to compete for very little at that point. So she would make us these banana fritters. And I was like, now that I look back in my mind's eye, I'm like, wow, man, I had such a charmed life. I had a charmed existence. I never looked at it that way. Again, I was raised in the 70s, so, corporal punishment was part of the deal. I experienced my fair share, but yes, but I'm still here. I'm still standing, and none the worse for it. But yeah, I would say the fried chicken and the banana fritters are probably 2 of my favorite things from my childhood. I just remember licking my fingers.
I would like to go back to your childhood.
Yeah, that's a happiness meal if I ever heard one.
Good
Well, not
heavens.
in my house. No, not the whole house. Believe me. Believe me, I got a belt on, guys. Don't worry about it.
We grew up in the 80s. We got a whooping too.
Yeah, that's why we're so well behaved now. Let's be honest, okay?
The threat of a good one is always a good correction. You know what I mean? That's
so
in my opinion. But
Yep.
I'm not a social worker, people. Please, I can see the write-in campaign. You 2 are canceled. Chef Rainford made them canceled. Talking about beating. No, not beating. Not beating.
All right, Chef. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I wish we could just have you. I wish we could have you every
I
week. This has been an
know.
absolute dream come true.
Oh, you guys can have me anytime you want. I will come back 1,000 times.
Thank you
Make it every
so much,
Friday.
Chef.
Every Friday. Okay, guys, that's it. No more guests. Just me.
Before you go, Chef, what did you think about the singing and dancing? And be honest.
I'm saying maybe a little bit of work
Yeah.
could be done there. But again, you guys are beautiful. You look great. I know you're not twins. I'm an identical twin. So
Are you really?
Yes.
I
but he
didn't
does
know
not
that.
cook.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, he likes to keep his anonymity. Anyone that ever sees him at a grocery store asks him the same question: "How do you do your ribs?" And he goes, "I boil them."
Oh my goodness.
That is so cool.
It is cool, but you know what? Leave him alone. That's why I don't go to grocery stores myself.
That's the message for everyone. If you see what you think is Chef Rob Rainford out in public, leave him alone.
It could be his brother.
Yeah.
It could be, or it might be me playing my brother on TV.
All right, Chef, thank you so much for being here with us, and we want to wish you a very happy long weekend.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very
so
much.
much,
Dream
Rob.
come true. Have a great weekend.
All right, enjoy. All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
I am drenched in sweat. I need a shower.
Yeah,
drenched in sweat.
I don't know. I need an outfit change.
Yeah. Oh my good heavens. Okay, guys, I get a dump. The chimney is over here, lighting its life away back here.
Oh my goodness gracious, guys.
Good heavens.
Okay.
Chef Rob
I'm going to
Rainford,
need
everyone.
a little bit of a drink before we move on. I don't know whose idea this was to have Chef Rob Rainford on the show, and now we're expected to grill out here. Okay, my goodness gracious, guys.
Okay, our chimney's locked and loaded. We're ready to rock and roll back here. We are going to make this happen today, guys, because we have a phenomenal menu today. Great for the long weekend. Great for the summertime. It's burger season. Let's just face it. Summertime means burger season.
It certainly does. But guys, have you had ever one of these burgers? Okay, so today we get another Noble Premium Bison recipe coming at you guys. This one is a Turkish Bison Islak Burger.
Oh, I got to get TikTok.
So Islak means wet. So this, we want to give you guys, this should come with a warning because you are going to need some napkins to enjoy this thing. Okay?
Yeah.
There's sauce on the bun. There's sauce on the burger. There's sauce on top of the bun. Okay,
it's
so
messy.
It's going to get real messy.
Hey, TikTok, how's everybody doing? Okay, so we are starting out with the extra lean Noble Premium Bison. Okay, this is the bigger pack. This is a 1 pound package. This is the one that comes at Costco as a 3-pack.
Oh, thank goodness for this breeze. Thank
Yeah,
goodness there is a breeze happening here.
Cool
guys.
me down, Mother Nature.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Might need a cold shower after that one.
Guys, it's gonna need to sink in for a hot second.
I know.
Okay?
That's not sinking in at all yet. Oh my good heavens! And exactly how he is in on his show as well. Like just saying nice, very nice, sweet vibe.
Do you guys not agree though that the shows back then were personality driven? Okay,
Yes.
so like those like Rob Rainford. And guys, Key's on bison burgers, and I am on the delectable sauce that goes with it. Okay, now HT is already saying we talking wet already. Okay, I knew that the comments were going to be flying in this episode. Tom is saying wet and messy. I guess this is hot girl summer. Oh, it feels like it today, guys. It does. My body temp is smoking right now.
Me too. All right, so the interesting thing about this recipe, and some people I know they like to do this with traditional burgers as well, is the onion is grated in. So I like to use a red onion. You could use any onion you want, but I think it offers a really nice flavor and color. So just go ahead and grate it in. You can use a food processor if you want to make that a little bit snappier. But since we're only doing one.
I like a hand grater.
Yeah, me too.
Okay,
hey,
so
Matthew.
guys, Key's on the burgers, and I'm on the sauce, which doesn't have a lot of ingredients, but guys, it is so delectable. Okay, it has tomato sauce, tomato paste, butter and maple syrup and garlic. So I'm going to be chopping away because he's not allowing me to put garlic in here. Surprise, surprise. So that's what I'm doing here. We got Marisol saying, but your show, Maddie and Kiki, are also personality driven. That's why I love to watch you beautiful sisters. Marisol, oh my goodness. And so Marianne is saying that too.
Oh.
Marianne's on Insta and she said, like you too. I love easy go lucky down to earth people. So nice. I agree, guys. And it's nice to know they're still out there.
Yes.
Okay? In a world where everyone thinks that everyone has gone insane, there are still good people out there.
Yeah. Okay, so watch not to grate the glove off here.
Yep. We're in glove season out here at the grill studio. It's just easier to go gloves and it's hard to chop in them. Let's be honest.
Okay, so we've got our onion in and we're going to add in some breadcrumbs. These ones are unseasoned just because that's what I have, but I'm not going to get mad at a little extra seasoning.
Yeah, but sometimes it's nice to start at the bare basics.
Yeah, and sometimes if they're seasoned in an Italian manner.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's not the flavors that we're going for with this burger.
No. So, and like they'll often have oregano and maybe some dried basil, maybe some dried parsley, some cheese. Normally, that's fine. But for this is a very simple traditional recipe that you would get as a street food. This is something that you get while you're walking around. You just pick one up, start eating it, like a walking taco type thing. It's like portable food.
Just don't forget to grab the napkins. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm getting takeout or something, is it just me or are they not putting the napkins in the bag anymore?
I think you're getting like one or two.
Sometimes not even. The last couple times I've been to McDonald's drive-thru, they haven't given me bags or napkins. I know.
Weird. Okay, so for the seasoning for these burgers, we've got some cayenne pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and cumin. That is it. The cumin is what's going to give you a lot of the flavor in this recipe, and you're going to season heavily with salt and pepper. But as you guys know, we always like to do a little extra seasoning when we can. So we're going to use the Cluck and Squeal all-purpose Himalayan seasoned salt. If you don't have this, you could use another barbecue rub, but just be aware that you'll change the direction of the recipe.
True. That's actually a very, very good tip.
Because it will, depending on what's in there.
HT saying, Maddie goes to McDonald's? She sure does, guys. There's one that recently got put up at the end of my street, and I will have to tell you, I've limited myself to once per month.
And is that still happening?
Yes.
Have you gone more than once?
No.
Have you told everyone that that's still the garlic from my garden?
I leave that to you. I leave that to you because you want to mention that 85 times in one episode.
That's one of the few heads of garlic I have left from last year. And the garlic,
I got to be precious with it then.
Please do. And the garlic that's in the garden now is growing strong. It's looking healthy. It's looking beautiful. Okay, so the last thing
you should make your own garlic.
I'm not going to do that.
I think she should.
Okay, now I'd like to add in some parsley to this. Now, this is not traditional, but I think it makes the patties look really, really nice. Without it, I feel like it doesn't look, so I left it out of the recipe because it's not traditional.
We're greenery gals.
But yes.
We love a pop of green in there. It's always going to make it look pretty.
I think it looks a lot better and you are getting a lot of bright flavor as well.
Yeah, parsley isn't just for looks though. It looks good, but it also adds a nice grassiness in a good way.
Now, this is another one of those giant eggs that one of my chickens is laying every day. Well, look at how huge this is.
That looks like an ostrich egg.
Yeah, it won't even fit in the carton. And that I went in the barn and picked that up this morning. So nice and fresh, does not get fresher than that. Now that they've been eating grass, look at that color. Look at how nice and orange that is because they've been outside.
We got our friend Jules joining us. She's saying, howdy, Maddie and Kiki. Hey, Jules. And Tom is saying, eating McDonald's fish without a napkin in your car is an omen that you'll be making a mess.
Yep.
Okay, Tom, I have to give you props. Not a lot of people brave enough to say that they eat the fish fillet.
Why?
I love it. That used to be one of my go-tos back in the day, like way, way back in the day. HT's asking for my current order, which Barbecue Mama obviously knows. She wrote it in the chat. I go Big Mac. Depending on if I'm feeling frisky or not, sometimes I want to throw an extra sauce in there, six-piece nugs on the side, and a medium fry. No drink.
And I feel like you're still hungry in like an hour
Yeah.
after that.
McDonald's doesn't really take sometimes, so I love it. I love it. And that's also used to be Key's order.
Yeah, back in the day when I could still eat McDonald's.
Yep.
It
Remember
still
you went
was.
through a weird phase where you were saying no pickles? What the heck was
No.
wrong? Yes, you used to say no pickles in your Big Mac, and I was like,
No,
I'm
I
gonna.
didn't.
Yes, we went through the drive-through, and you told me to put that to say that, and I wanted you to walk home.
You're thinking of
Yeah,
someone
you
else.
did. Yes, you did.
No,
guys,
pal.
just to let you know, yes, she did.
That's not
I'm
me.
being honest with you guys. She did.
Maybe because they put 1,000 pickles on.
Who's mad at 1,000 pickles?
Well, apparently I was at one point. I don't remember that. Okay, Fritz Frank is asking what kind of egg that was. Fritz Frank, that's a chicken egg. That's a standard chicken egg. But each breed of chicken lays a different size egg. And I don't know who's doing that. Every morning I go in there and I'm like,
Oh,
there
you
it is
don't know
again.
who's doing it?
No, I haven't caught her in the act, so I can't pinpoint it. But I think I have a feeling I know who it is. Okay, so we've got our, you want to have a bit of a light hand with this mixture because you don't want it to get too tough, but you do want the ingredients to be incorporated and the breadcrumbs and everything. So we're going to, what you could do for this recipe is you could make 8 double patties if you wanted to. Because since we're making this in a cast iron, treat it like a flat top and you're going to get like a nice crust on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do, I know Mad prefers like a thinner patty than a thicker patty.
She knows me.
I do. So I'm leaving that up to you. If you wanted to, you could do 8 instead of 4 and just double them up on each bun. But
but from what I'm gauging that, no, that looks like a 4.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You could do smaller ones and just make them thinner.
You could, but you can also make that 12 and make it into sliders.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want. Now, guys, I have to bring attention to, look at how hot it is here. This butter started off as a solid and it has melted in the little ramekin.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm getting in there. I'm already going in with some butter into our pan here. And then I'm going to get the garlic going. But before we do that, can I just bring everybody's attention to the fact that I may not like to do it, but your girl Murdy can mince. Okay,
She can, which
She
is
can
why I
mince.
don't know why she likes garlic.
Yeah, just because I can doesn't mean I always want to.
If Chef Rob Rainford was still here, he would be frowning upon you.
No, we wouldn't.
As I am.
I don't think he would. I'm still in a dream. I'm still in a dreamy haze, guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
me
watch
too.
that back like 89 times this weekend.
Yeah, me too. Me as well.
Okay.
Okay, so what you want to do is these don't shrink a ton. So, but what I like to do is make them slightly larger than the bun that you're planning to serve them on, because if they do shrink up a little bit, then they become the perfect size for the bun.
Okay, but why do they not shrink up?
These ones don't shrink up because there is not a lot of fat in them. And when they cook, they just get a nice brown color on them.
Okay, and also because there is breadcrumbs in there.
Yes.
Once you add breadcrumbs to a burger, you know how sometimes if you just go, there's pros and cons to doing breadcrumbs in a burger. But if you don't, you'll notice that especially if you're using high fat meat, which bison is not, it will really cook down. And you start out with a big patty, then you're like, where the heck did it go?
Yes.
But the breadcrumbs make it so that it keeps its form and it doesn't shrink.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's also another reason to add them. Instantly, this is smelling, I don't know why, but butter and, I was going to say garlic, but that's not what this is. Butter and garlic. Absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, so what's interesting about this sauce is it's like a buttery tomato sauce that has a sweetness to it. And it might not sound like a lot. Like you might be like, oh, what's the deal with the sauce? There's not much to it. That's what all of this sauce is. There's not much to the patties and there's not much to the sauce. It's a very, very simple recipe that for whatever reason put together, it creates some magic.
I don't know why, but it seems like the simpler the ingredients, the more you taste them.
Yes.
You could add a million different things and jazz this up, as we always say, but sometimes just let the simplicity of a few ingredients speak freely and you will be rewarded.
Yes. Now, apparently in Istanbul, where these are served, they are served with a mystery mayo.
Ooh.
That I could not locate what the
Mystery
ingredients.
sounds scary.
Yeah, but mystery isn't like it's delicious and no one knows what's in it.
Okay, like mystery is in like secret.
Mystery-
It needs to be secret. Then mystery sounds like, is that like what's in there?
Yeah, no, mystery, I couldn't figure out what people are putting in it. And some people you'll see will put a sliced tomato on it. Some people will put some cheese, like a very specialized cheese that obviously we cannot find here unless you're at like a specialty grocery store, perhaps. But most places just have the burger, the bun, the tomato sauce. And the key to these is the steam. Okay, so you know how like White Castle serves steamed burgers, and that's
Love a White Castle burger.
that's like a textural sensation. These are follow that same premise. So they are steamed, and the places that serve them on the street will have them so they're prepared and then set aside. And then they're sitting like in a steamer.
Ooh.
And I think that might steam them a little bit too much. So I like to just wrap them in parchment and let the heat of the burger like residually steam them.
All right, solid tip.
Because you don't.
All right, guys, I'm going in with our tomato sauce here. And I like that this one is smooth.
Yes.
I'm a smooth tomato sauce kind of gal.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, and then I'm going to dump in our tomato paste. Okay, and then that's basically, we're also going to add some maple syrup, but that's basically it. I love also, if you're making homemade burgers, the condiments need to be simple too.
Yes.
And this is simple.
Absolutely. And traditionally, this recipe has sugar in the sauce. I'm not here to frown on anybody else other than Flirty Murdy.
Surprise, surprise. Look, I take it for all of you guys.
Yeah. So I'm not, but if you want to use sugar, go right ahead. We're good Canadian girls. We're going to put in maple syrup because A, it's too fresh for my farm, and B, it adds a lot more flavor than just plain white sugar.
Now, can the temp go up for a second? Because Tom is, not that we need any ammo to go at each other, because that's what we do on this show sometimes, guys. But Tom is saying, is Kiki saying Chef Rob likes her better than Maddie?
What did I say?
About the jarlic?
Oh, I'm not going to take that for my side.
What, you are going to take that for your side? Yeah, surprise, surprise, guys. Look, I was bold enough to ask Chef if what he thought about our dance moves and the singing.
He didn't like it.
He was honest about it, so I don't want to ask him who he likes better between Key and I.
No, that's not an answer I want to know.
No, me neither. In my mind, it's me, and that's how I want to stay.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to get our cast iron on the grill here. We're cooking at 450. That's what the grill is showing, but we're going to put this over top of direct heat. So we don't really need to know the temperature of the grill entirely because we're cooking over direct heat here.
Yep. We got CJ in the house. Temp, can you go up for a second? Because CJ was just saying something about him and HT. Yeah, when me and Tommy are put together, it's also magic. You know what? I wouldn't doubt that. The combo of CJ in with HT, I don't see anything better than that, to be honest.
I did see while we were talking to Chef Rob Rainford that CJ said he is around for the fame and fortune. I noticed. It's like, all right, way to be honest.
Be honest and keep it real, guys. There ain't nothing wrong with that. And don't you guys like also think that back then it was very I'm very curious about how those chefs got selected for food shows, because now a lot of people, we all are posting stuff online. Everyone can see us online. Different producers and stuff can see what we're doing online. But back then, what the heck did people do to stand out?
Yeah,
I'm very curious about that.
Me as well.
So that I feel like makes back then even more special, that when people did get selected for shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to be stirring away. But
that
I'm
needs
also
to just simmer for like 20 minutes.
Yes, I'm also going to add the maple syrup, but not quite yet because we don't want that to burn. But I'm also going to be doing another one of my specialties while this is happening, which is standing and looking cute. Okay,
you do it quite well.
That's part of this.
Don't forget the water.
Yep.
Let's keep on track here.
Yep. Okay. Before we get the burgers on, do we want to go for a dip dive?
I have to watch this. I have to be on alert here.
I have to be cute when you. Okay, that's also being on alert.
When you're cooking over direct heat and in a cast iron, you don't want things to burn, so you got to watch out. It's going to get really hot really quickly.
Yes. Okay, so guys, as Key is doing that, yep, HT seconding that being cute is a task. He's saying cute, Maddie. Yep, it is. I'm going to go for a little dip dive. Okay, because I could definitely go for that. We got Valentin in the house on Insta. He's saying, hey, Maddie and Kiki. Hey, all. Happy Friday. We got our buddy Guido Jacobson saying hello, Maddie and Kiki. Guys, we're happy that you guys are all here.
Yeah.
Okay, we really are.
All right, so I just added some avocado oil to our cast iron, nice and glistening. You want it to ripple a little bit. We're just going to let that hang out. And then we're going to add our burgers in momentarily.
All right, guys, this question comes from Katie Lynn Designs, at Katie Lynn Designs. The question is, it goes out to everybody watching and listening. What was your worst fashion disaster? Okay. What was your worst fashion disaster? We've all had them.
Okay, we're not quite there yet. All right, we're gonna let that preheat. I got one for Mad.
What?
I instantly thought of one.
You
Okay,
know it's what? No, we're not starting that game because if you want to go, I will go.
fine, let's go.
Okay, because I didn't make any fashion disaster.
The only one I can think of. Okay, Marisol saying permed hair.
Okay, permed hair had its place in time, Marisol.
It's coming back.
It did, yes. Permed hair was a look and it was a place in time.
All right, I just gotta keep an eye on the grill here.
Okay, Barbecue Dave just coming out with one. He's saying parachute pants. Okay, and also I think parachute pants had their place in time. They looked good. They looked good.
They're coming back too.
Everything does. It cycles back in.
Okay, so mine happened when mine with Flirty Murdy happened when we were working at our old office. Do you remember this?
No.
One? Okay, so it was in the it was in the summer, and okay, some good ones are happening in the chat. It was in the summertime, and Mad was wearing a wrap dress. We showed up to work, and she was wearing a wrap dress and forgot to wear an undershirt, and almost had a nip slip. And everyone wasn't calling her nip, but it was close.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a wrap dress. So, guys, the gals out there know what we're talking about. Honey, how do you have a good memory for that?
Because I remember our boss at the time could not get enough of coming in your office. And I was like, what is happening here?
Okay, but a wrap dress is like you can have a nip slip and you can have a downstairs slip too. Okay,
you weren't wearing an undershirt, which I found to be quite risky.
I know, but I didn't mean to. Guys, I get up early. You guys know we didn't like our jobs back then. I didn't put a lot of effort into thinking like what I was wearing. I just forgot. Okay, it happens. We have Tom saying Maddie doesn't have fashion disasters. She's fashion forward and a trendsetter. Oh, I love it, Tom. You're such a sweetheart.
It happened, Tom.
We got Janimal in here.
I am not making that up.
Janimal is saying, I was just thinking about parachute pants. Yeah, guys, because they're back.
Hey, Janimal.
Lance is saying mine was rocking a mullet. The mullet is back too, people.
Yes.
The mullet is back with a vengeance. And I have to say, I liked it back then and I like it now.
I don't.
I do.
Take a pause. Temp, can you hit me with a grill cam? Let's take a look at what's going on.
Okay. Oh, okay. But seeing that's the perfect sizzle. That's because Key waited. She didn't just like throw that in the oil.
Hey, Janimal, the animal. He's saying, hey, Kiki, how's it going, man? All right, so we got some sizzle happening. We're getting a nice crust developing over there. We can shut the lid if we feel so inclined. You can leave it up. You can keep it down. It's really up to you.
Okay, HT saying I forgot my belt a few months back and my pants kept falling down. HT, was it outside in your backyard? And did anybody see? Because that would have been a sight to see.
I have to tell you, I saw a group of teenagers the other day, not to sound 900 years old. I saw a group of teenagers the other day, and they were all looking absolutely disgusting. Like boys,
like dirty.
They looked so dirty.
You got to specify disgusting.
Teenage boys. They looked incredibly dirty. They were all wearing socks up to like the middle of their leg.
That's something I can't get on board with.
And they all had poofy hair. Like, what is with the poofy hair?
Permed poof?
No, it was like shaved up the back and just like it's like what in our day used to be the old lady do, like perm. Like curly.
Oh, what's the
I was not
what's the
feeling
quarterback to the team that the Bills hate? Temp, help me.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes. He made that popular.
And it looks like a mushroom cut almost.
Yes, and it's like
a curly mushroom cut.
Yeah, that's like in.
Yeah, guys.
He made that. That's like his trademark.
I didn't get it. I didn't understand it one bit. And they were all sporting it. I didn't get every single one of them had that same haircut. I'm like, is this the thing now?
Okay, I think it is. Jan saying flock of seagulls. Did anyone actually do that hair other than that band?
We're not there yet.
Fritz Frank is saying, I'm still mad Marianne threw out my Zubaz track pants.
What's that?
Well, I don't even know what that is. But that's hilarious that Marianne was like, this. I've had enough.
Okay, so we're going to let this simmer.
I'm going to throw in the maple syrup.
Yeah. This is going to be, guys.
Who's going sugar if you can go maple syrup?
Yeah. So if you are looking to make these, hey, Marty, how's it going?
Hey, Marty.
And you are wondering where you can find Noble Premium Bison in your area, the biggest tip we can offer you is head to the website, use their store locator. Because rather than us say like Sobeys and whatever and Costco, it'll show you the one that's closest to where you live. So it takes the guesswork out of it.
NoblePremiumBison.com. Check it out, guys. And while you're there, You might want to just take a little mosey on over to the recipe section. You can find this one on there.
Yeah.
And you can find some other delectable ones that are on there, like one that our good friend Becca just made. So let's pull up our graphic for Barbecue Family Highlight by our girl Becca. Look at that gorgeous plating. So those are actually our bison meatballs. They're bourbon and blueberry bison meatballs, and I can't get over the plating.
And I love that she summed it up very nicely. She said, these are like those meatballs that everybody had in like the 90s at parties with like the jam on them.
The crock pot meatballs.
Yeah, but a million times better. They have that same vibe with the blueberry preserves in them.
Mm-hmm. Triple B, bourbon, blueberry, bison.
Yeah.
So we should have called them.
Triple B balls.
It's way better. Okay,
that doesn't sound right at all.
No, you got to be careful.
All right, hit me with the grill cam. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, I think we're ready to flip. We don't want to rush this, but we do. Oh, yeah. Look at that nice crust.
Okay, guys, you can't smell it in here, but I am getting all of the aromas from that burg. There's not a lot of seasonings in there, but the main one that's coming through, the cumin.
Look at that nice crust action. I am all for a grilled burger, but burgers on a cast iron or like a griddle top, you just can't beat it because they're being fried in oil essentially, and you're getting some nice browning happening. We're going to shut the lid because we really need to make this happen on time here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I am going to just get our bun ready to rock and roll.
Now, Marianne is telling us in the whole world that Fritz Frank's Zubaz, is that what they're called? Zubaz? His Zubaz pants were not flattering. That's love. That's love right there.
Yeah.
We got Art Harris in the house just laughing at assless chaps, I think, because that's what our friend Janimal was saying.
What was my disaster? Tell me.
You want to tell people?
Is it worse than a nip slip?
You want to tell people about? Okay, I will tell you. It wasn't a nip slip.
It was.
It was an almost nip slip.
And it became
Let's
like
get some heat more on this.
All right. It became like the thing of The Office. Everybody kept going into her office to see if it was happening. And it almost did multiple times.
I don't know why, but it happened a lot while I was on the phone. Like it was just like, it was hard to manage that day, guys. I should have just gone home.
Are we not making a drink today?
We are. But
Tim's just itching for some alcohol back there.
It's I think it's because, okay, I don't think that we do need water.
Yeah,
like, maybe we can just add like a little dash of the water in there, but I like that it's a little bit more thick. But I guess because you want this to be wet and juicy.
It's got to be sloppy. You're slopping it on the top. Okay. Temp. Just, oh my good heavens.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I forgot. Okay,
guys.
what we need to do before we put this on, get some good old-fashioned parchment, because that's where the magic happens, is in the parchment when we let them steam.
I love that you did that. So I thought that was just for looks.
No.
But it's not just for looks. It's for also a purpose.
It's the technique.
All right. Guys, I will share Key's fashion disaster in a second because your girl Key has one. Okay. Is that the woodpecker?
Yeah. Can you guys hear that? At least he's not banging on the side of the grill studio.
All right, guys, this is like we said, this is a long weekend here in Canada. So we are making a beverage. Okay. We're making a really good beverage. And I don't know about you guys, but I could always go with a pink lemonade type vibe.
Why not?
Yep. So
look at that sparkly bottle.
We're doing a pink lemonade spritz. So check out this bottle. Did I pick this just for the bottle? Yes, I did. Okay.
Ooh.
I do love a rosé. I'm really, really feeling rosés so far, but I did just pick this for the bottle.
I can see why.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It looks beautiful.
Okay, so we're making a pink lemonade spritz.
I'm here for it.
Okay, so this champagne, or no, this is Prosecco, sorry. It doesn't have like the scary top that is traditional with champagne because it's like on the little side. We might need Keys pipes up in here. Okay.
So what do you mean it doesn't, will this pop off?
No, I just put that on top just in case. Okay. See, I need Keys guns.
There you go.
I just put that on top just in case, but oh goodness gracious, yes. Okay.
Gunzo, guys.
Yeah, it's
CJ.
Happening.
That's
okay, that's just for CJ.
It's hard to get you can't really, with this lighting. There we go. The guns are popping. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, we just got to make sure that when you're making a tomato sauce, not that it matters because I'm wearing a red shirt today, but stuff can start popping. Okay, so you just got to keep it moving.
Why does that happen?
I know. I feel like
especially the microwave.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, so you just got to keep this moving. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to continue to be cute, and I'm going to make us our beverage. Okay, if that's not multitasking, I don't know what is, guys.
Okay, check out our burgers. See, they've only shrunk slightly.
Why does that smell so good?
Oh yeah. These are there. We're gonna take them off and we're gonna just let them rest for a second before we can plate up.
All right.
And I'm gonna add in our last one.
Temp, I hope you don't mind my fingies because I got to get in there with the ice, okay? He doesn't have a choice. If he wants this beverage, he's going to get a little bit of Murdy in there, okay? So we're going in with some ice, guys. And this is a very easy cocktail recipe. We're going to go in with some of this right here. This is Pink Whitney. We've had it on the show before. I'm pretty sure CJ said he was a fan of Pink Whitney. This is just a pink lemonade flavored vodka. Very delectable.
Barbecue Mama's showing her guns. No one can see them, but I know she's there in spirit.
She's got them. Okay. And we're going to go in with a half shot.
Half?
Because then we're going in with the Prosecco. That is going to be, okay, you know what? It's a long weekend.
Thank you.
We're going in with a full. The temp has got some lip on him, and I'm not really appreciating it, okay? Then we're going to go in with our Prosecco.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that sound. Can you guys hear that? Dear goodness gracious.
Look at how bubbly.
Fit? Ooh, that all fits. I didn't think that was going to fit.
I love the color.
Me too. Okay, now we're going in with a little bit of lime just for some garnish. Actually, we're going to put some in too because I feel like lime and Prosecco, Barbecue Mama taught me that. It's such a good combo.
Ooh.
Okay, we're going to throw that on the side. And just for some more color, because, guys, it's a long weekend. We want to have fun this weekend, but we also want to be safe.
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
Let's be real here.
Absolutely spectacular.
Let's be real here, guys. Does that not look so good? Let's show TikTok.
TikTok, I know you can't see a lot from this angle, but there you go. There's that. Go to our YouTube channel if you want to see the other angles in here. TikTok doesn't allow that.
The link's in our bio, TikTok. Now, I want you guys to raise your glasses. And what? Can you guys hear that guy? He's really going at it. Raise your glasses because the long weekends in the summertime are precious, especially here in Canada. We live in the winter for these weekends. So, guys, cheers to the weekend. I'm going in.
All right, we're there.
Technically, I should have a straw.
That smells phenomenal, honey.
Ooh, she's stiff.
Oh, yeah. The temp will like it.
She's stiff. This is a long weekend beverage if I ever had one.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Gary. Okay, I'm going to go bring this to the temp.
Okay, I got to plate up because this needs a few minutes to sit and steam up. We're going to let the burgers rest, but the weird thing about this, well, kind of weird, is they're going to rest, but they're going to rest in the bun because the heat is what's going to steam that once we lock this down, okay?
Love it.
So we're going to take some of the sauce. Our sauce is ready to rock and roll. It only simmers for just a little bit. You just want to make it so the flavor of the garlic is melded all throughout there. So you're going to take a little bit of the sauce.
I love that it's a quick sauce.
Yes, me too. Okay, did I show you the finished burgers? Look at how beautiful those look.
Juicy, delectable. Guys, you know that those are going to be a winner. I love that Janimal raised his coffee cup. And I love that HT just said a cheers. Gary came in for the cheers. Lance, perfect timing. He says cheers to the weekend as I pop open a beer. I could just hear it in your neck of the woods. Lance, I love it. Marianne saying, cheers, Maddie. Is it sour? It's not sour, but there is a little pop of the lime, the fresh lime, and it balances off the sweetness of the Pink Whitney because, guys, I will tell you, this is not overly sweet, but it is pretty sweet. Okay, so that's why I feel like the lime is mandatory in there, and the Prosecco just rounds it all out, baby. And speaking of rounding it all out, Key's going hot and heavy, really giving this wet burger its name.
But that's because that's the only thing, that's all that there is to it, is the wet. You really need the wetness from the sauce, and you want it to cascade down the sides like that. Okay, just like that. You want to, but not too much. You don't want it swimming. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover it up and let the steam from the burger and the sauce steam up in there.
Solid wrap job too.
Okay. If you
have
want
a knife,
give it, yes. Let me get my knife here.
Okay, so we're gonna give that a cut now, guys. As that cools, because I'm not trying to burn my mouth, we have another. Excuse me. Oh, the Prosecco, bubbly, a little bit of burpee. We want to now pull up the graphic for the other barbecue family highlight recipe. This one comes to us from HT. Guys, this recipe we made last Friday, and HT decided he was going to make it. Went and got the ingredients. Made the actual recipe yesterday, and then blew us away with this plating. Did he not absolutely rock that? HT, that looked magical. He didn't. I think he chose not to do the jalapenos because I don't know if HT is a spicy man.
Evil Llama's finally here.
Hi, Evil Llama. He didn't go with the jalapenos, but that ain't necessary. And guys, that's the whole point of cooking at home. You can do what you want with these recipes. These recipes are just to inspire you to make them.
Yes.
If you want to put sugar in this instead of maple syrup, you go for it.
Yeah.
But why would you if you have maple syrup?
I am partial to maple syrup because I feel like it adds so much more flavor than just sugar, but it adds flavor and sweetness.
Exactly.
So like, why not?
Exactly. So
great
guys,
job, HT. Making
HT,
it your own.
you rocked it. Becca rocked it. Absolutely rocked it. Barbecue Davis saying definitely delicious messy burger. I want to give that a try.
You haven't even seen it yet. Wait till you see it. Hey, David. Okay,
hey, David.
He came over from TikTok.
Wow, I switched to the TV so much better. Yeah. How amazing.
Way better.
Agreed, guys.
Farrah,
oh my goodness. Farrah, you missed our cocktail. It was so good. And she's here for the best part.
Okay, don't forget about the song though. Let's let the steam.
That's what I'm gonna say. While that's going, we have last week we forgot about it. When I say we, I mean me. We forgot about the song. So guys, this is our new little feature that we're doing where we feature the #1 song on this day in 1976. So this was the #1 song, May 16th, 1976. So we chose 1976 because Farrah picked it. And we all know this one. Yes. If you don't know this one, you need to know this one, okay?
Yeah.
This is Shouted Out Loud by Kiss. And it was #1 at that time.
Great song.
I love that song. I still rock out to it now.
Very phenomenal
tune. Yes.
Nice to have you on the show, Farrah, even if you're coming right for the very end. But you came for the best part because we're about to unveil these bison burgers that are
Barbecue Dave's yelling out a Kiss. Who doesn't like Kiss?
Okay, so as I mentioned, traditionally these are being steamed as you're walking the streets. You're going to go pick one of these up. They're sitting in a steamer. If you wanted to, you can steam it before you put it into the parchment if you really wanted to. But I think the parchment adds the perfect amount of steam that is not too much because I think it would get too wet.
Agreed.
That's not too wet.
The fact that it is in parchment too, because this is supposed to be just eaten on the go. It's messy, but I feel like it can be contained with the parchment.
Exactly.
Now, as I say that, you guys know he always says, I make an apple messy.
She does.
So let's see how I can handle this one.
Take a look at that.
That cooked quickly.
It certainly did. You want it to be nice and juicy. You don't want it to be in there for too long and dry it out. Look at how absolutely beautiful that looks.
Spectacular, man. Let's give it up. Let's give it up to Kiki on that one.
So
spectacular.
You could, like I said, make it into two small, thinner patties if you wanted to. But I think it's nice with the texture the way that it is.
Art is sharing that he got to see Kiss live in concert. What a rocking show.
Wow.
That would have been so memorable. Do you remember who opened for them? I love hearing about back then, the bands that opened, and then now we know them as like headlining bands like now.
Yes.
Themselves. So I think that's so cool. I want to know if you can remember, Art. All right, guys, I'm going in, getting messy here. Look, you just got to pull this to the side a little bit, the parchment, and then this bite is for everybody watching and listening.
Now, I wouldn't be mad at a mayo dunker either, though. Like I don't. Why is that so good? It's like such simple ingredients. I don't know.
Why is that so juicy?
Because the steam and the sauce.
Guys, look at the actual patty. Okay, the temp is just pink Whitneying away. All right, guys, look at how juicy that is. And you know what? Not that this patty would turn out dry. But we've all had a dry patty happen. Sometimes you forget if the grill's going.
Yes.
You pink Whitney it up. You walk away for a second. If it becomes slightly on the dry side, this sweet and savory sauce will save it. Now, I have to tell you guys, we have Italian background. And we've been taught to cook a sauce low and slow for hours, lots of ingredients. This sauce kind of blowing my socks off here.
Isn't it?
Yes. And I know a lot of people sometimes think tomatoes are high in acidity, but the maple syrup really takes that down.
Yes.
Guys, this one's a winner. Absolute winner.
I thought so as well.
Nailed it.
Very, very easy to make. I think it's going to be great for the summer if you're looking to switch up your burger situation because everybody knows the burger.
Who isn't, guys? We all love burgers, but try a new burger recipe.
I'm so glad we made it there on time too. I thought it was touch and go there for a second.
Becca's saying, I'm late. Hope to catch the replay. The wet burger looks amazing. Thanks for the meatball feature. So sweet. Becca, you are so sweet. You absolutely rocked that recipe.
She certainly did.
David saying, not sure about the sauce on top, but the burger's spot on. David, give it a try. When I first saw it too, I was like, now that I'm having it, gotta try it.
It's a very traditional recipe. People fight over these things because there's something about the sauce and the bun together.
Before we go, Fritz Frank bringing up a very good question. Thoughts on adding an egg on top for more yolky drippiness? I'm gonna say if you're gonna go messy, go messier.
Why not?
Why not?
Tom saying, I guess I'm doing an Islak burger tonight.
Yes, Tom, make it a bison one. Either way, Tom, send us the pic. We want to share it.
Yes, we certainly do.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us every Friday here at the Grill Studio at 12 p.m. Eastern. We want to wish you guys a very happy and safe long weekend this weekend. Specifically, let's be real. Let's be very safe this weekend.
Yes, and
we get out of control.
No, and we will see you. Those of you who are After Darkers, we will see you on After Dark, and everybody else, we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Bye, barbecue family. We love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah. Bye, everybody.